don't quite know which car we're on board with there.
It's the Porsche 20.
The 20. So
the fourth place car.
Yeah, the one that's just come out of the pit. So
yeah, so it's still saying Webber's Webber's on board, but we know that Timo Bernhard's just got on board.
So topping 300 there and upwards. Don't think I'll ever quite get used to that noise. As the 91 Porsche is in now. Where was that lying? The 91 Porsche must have had a problem while we've been out of the box, because that was in that fight, wasn't it? In the front end when it was a bit. It was leading the fight when it was raining. So
yeah, they've fallen way down to 40th position now with Patrick Pilet at the wheel. It's another look into the Audi box. Tom's waiting to get in the car.
Looking pretty cool and calm.
So Mikko's still leading in GT Pro, Bruni in second, Milner in third in the Corvette. So
yeah, 8.9. This is Mark Genet. This is the car that's going to get handed over to Tom Christensen. And what kind of times is Genet doing? A 3:30.9. You got to remember, this guy started the week in another car and was only drafted in on. Coming in this time.
Yeah, I mean it's not easy just jumping in, and these cars aren't easy to drive. Okay, he's got previous form and experience, and a lot of experience to draw on. But it's the final kind of few times that he might be lacking just from time driving the car. Whereas someone like Fassler, well, if you just look at the last lap time, Fassler did a 3:27, he did a 3:30. But I know Genet has also been doing some half-decent times in that car as well. So I think he's stepped up to the challenge, and he's a very deserving driver. He's served his time, and he's very fast.
Look at that, he's got his radio plugged in until the last possible moment. That's it, disconnects it. Right, next time I plug that in, that's going in the car. Oh. Drivers there, tyres are there.
Now, you sure you don't need a last wee before you get in the car, Tom? It's going to be in there.
A bit like us when we're coming here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I do that as well. I always check my hands just before I get in the car, just the final checks. Right, is everything, am I done up correctly?
Well, we're about to enter pit road with the Audi #1. Third place overall at the moment. 145 laps they've done. As the 35 car, that's the end of the stint for Mardenborough. He's done four stints, wasn't it, in that car, and the Audi #1 follows him in. The 35 car leading that category very, very nicely. Here comes Genet. Oh, he wasn't quite sure where he had to just drive around someone else to get into his box. He's in, fuel in, driver out, drinks bottles in. Mark just struggling to get out there.
Yeah, so we know Tom's going to get in the car. We know Alex Brundle will get in the car 35. That will be his first stint, so we're well into the race by now.
No, Alex did earlier on. And when we were
right,
before,
he started.
But his first stint in the dark, though.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. First in the dark.
Now this will be the first. Tom started the race, so this is his first time back in the car since the start of the race, which is quite a while ago.
Yeah, so they're basically on exactly the same strategy as the lead car in P2. With Alex Brundle, who did a fantastic job at the start as well, had a good old fight, and got the lead and started pulling away. So yeah, there's still some great battles going on out there. We've lost a few cars now, but the main cars, the main protagonists are still up there fighting. Vert's in the lead, Fassler second, Christensen third.
I think the most spread out battle is the one actually for the overall victory. The rest of them are, as you say, very, very close. I mean, what was that one, the Pro-Am? That's 9 seconds. Not the Pro-Am, the Pro GT. 9 seconds between those two, between the Aston and the Ferrari. So it's yeah, he's looking relatively happy with himself. A bit bleary-eyed, I think. But called in to replace Duval after that crash that he had. And yeah, done a lot of testing in the car, but race-wise, it's a new thing. Tom up to speed now, on board, down the brakes, into the chicane. Whatever he's following is pretty quick as well, because he's not really catching it. Oh, he's been done as well going into the chicane by Toyota. I suspect that's Vert. Could be wrong, but...
Could be Lapierre. I think... yeah, let's wait and see.
The Pedro Lamy car into the pit lane there. Just saw those brake lights there, which is a reflection in our commentary box. I was thinking, why is there a car there? But fortunately, there is one of the safety cars just parked up near us. Yeah, Lamy now into the pits. Lamy leading the AM category in GT, so he will obviously sacrifice that potentially. Let me just check the time. Yeah, no, he might get away with it. What's the... that's not meant to be doing that.
No, that's not such a good sign right now.
Smoke coming from the bonnet.
Unless they've just... Nope.
Oh, it's going into the garage. I mean, normally when you got smoke like that, that's overheating, but...
Oh yeah, when the car stops, it's obviously very hot, and suddenly there's a lot of heat soak. But it could, I think it is looking at something a bit more serious.
Yeah. It's that's not good for the 98 car. The one advantage they do have a lap. And looking at the results at the moment, they've got a lap over Poulsen. So I mean, it's not going to take them that. Not saying that's going to not stay in that position, but they've got a bit of help, a little bit of a fire extinguisher going into the engine bay here.
No, I think that's that might take more than a lap to get fixed.
Yeah. Not sure whether that's engine overheating or whether that's a small electrical fire, because it did look like smoke rather than steam, I think, but...
Yeah, of course, Pedro's only done one stint in the car, if that was even a complete stint.
There's some fluid just being put onto the scuttle panel in a jug, as if it's got some fluid's got to go in somewhere. So something has leaked out. So it's now. It is
confirmation that Christian Poulsen has moved ahead of Lamy into the lead of GTN.
If there is a silver lining, it's still an Aston Martin.
Got the Chinese car, 33 car. Well, it's Oak Racing, Team Asia.
9th.
All Chinese lineup of drivers. If I've added that up right,
it's 9th in the P2 category.
That was a car that was stuck in the gravel earlier in the race with Adderley Fong.
They're on their way out. out. That's
seems to be going well enough now, though.
His
tongue at the wheel.
Fassler on his way. Okay, box this lap, a full service. Now that's not going to be like at your Audi dealership where it's in for 7 or 8 hours having a full service. What are these Audi boys and girls going to do in a full service?
They're going to change the tyres, they're going to give it fuel. I think, I don't know whether they're going to do a driver change. Normally, if a full service, they'd probably do a driver change as well. I'm not sure how long he's been in the car.
I'm not so sure. I mean,
well, we know that Lotterer was waiting in the wings, and we know hasn't driven since the first stint, so it's quite likely they're going to change driver to Lotterer.
The 7 car just in a little bit of traffic as it exits the final chicane and starts another lap. He'll deal with them on the pit straight and up through towards the Dunlop curves, and he'll clear that.
Yeah, Fassler's certainly posting some competitive times. Down doing 3:27s. Vert's 3:28 last lap, so certainly in the fight. They're just a little bit. They've lost a bit of time compared to the Toyota since we were last in the commentary box.
Yeah, but what we've got to remember as well is just after we left. Well, now
there's Lotterer. He's ready. So yep, full service does mean driver change, tyres, and fuel going in the car, and obviously the tidy up the windscreen, get it all clean and tidy, and then send it.
Yeah, that just after we left the box last time, there was a safety car for a car in the wall. So maybe that number 2 Audi ended up being in another batch out of the Toyota one. So that could be where that 40 seconds went again. So
I'm sure there's people at home saying, yes, of course that's what happened. Yes. Why don't you know that?
Yeah. So
that's the thing about having the safety cars here. You do get if you get caught out with them and you're unlucky, then you end up losing a lot of time because they don't they don't give it back to you. If you get stuck in the pits, you get stuck in the pits. You can't get out. It's red light.
He's on his way down now on the brakes into the pit road. He's not going to catch the car that's on the pit road in front of him, which is fortunate for him. Heavy on the brakes. Lights off.
Just got it down to 59k as he went over the line there. Perfectly timed. I think so far so good. It's gone pretty well to plan for car 2, apart from these obvious issues maybe with safety car and the weather, but they've all driven pretty well. There's been no major dramas, knock on wood, and Lotterer's back in the car. He's a very hard charging driver, and I think he's going to go out there and give his all to try and close that gap to Verts.
He was ace in his stint earlier on. I mean, he showed some real big speed in that car and some brave overtaking maneuvers as well.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget this crew has won 2 Le Mans already, so they'll be very keen on making it one more.
I think at the moment they have got a fierce rival in Alexander Verts, and I think they need a little bit of help from outside sources, I think, to try and get this one back at the moment. Okay, he's back on track. Driver change for the car 2, full service, tyres, cleaning the window, fuel, driver change. As our leader enters the pit lane as well, Alexander Verts. And that will just be a fuel stop because he's only been in for 1 stint at the moment. He was going to have to use a bit of extra track to go around the outside of that Porsche.
I think he'd have cut back on the inside. He was going to go over the curb on the exit, but I think he was going to cut back again. So yeah, we've got Wirtz in the pits now. Just half service. Fuel, off he goes. You hear that? So the car starts off in its electric mode, leaves the pit, its pit in electric mode, then the engine fires up.
60 kilometers an hour until they go past the cones, off the button and away. And Toyota are going to be busy because the number 8 cars just coming into the pits as well. So Wirtz and Lotter on out laps, and unseen by me, the 14 Porsche as well has been in and is on its way out on an out lap.
So Lapierre now has closed the gap on timing screens. He's back there at the top with the others of the LMP1s, and therefore it doesn't look so bad for him anymore. Before, when he was on the second page and gradually fighting his way up, but he's back there at the top, so it's much easier to watch his lap times now.
Yeah, his next target is Nick Heidfeld in that Rebellion, the car 12, and looking at that, he's a lap down on that car, which on performance and pace he'll get it. It might take him a little while, but he should get that. Right, now just something I noticed that we noticed when we were in the truck watching these pictures. The 35 car now, which has got Brundle back in it, all the dashboards lit up. And we believe that dashboard wasn't lit up when we were last inside this car.
That's right, and I'm sure they were probably talking about it in the commentary. We were discussing how Mardenborough had.
He had nothing. He couldn't see anything on the steering wheel, any of the shift lights, the gear indicator. Straight away, I've noticed that now because it's there.
Well, I think no doubt during one of the stops there was a reset pressed and everything came back again, because definitely there was no lights, there was nothing in the car itself. It was just dark, so. That's not very easy to drive when you're kind of relying on your rev lights, etc. Okay, after a while you get in sync with the engine and you just do it automatically, but it's always nice to have the backup of the rev light, just to know that you're not pushing the engine too hard or losing speed by changing gear too early. See the gears going down right in the middle of the screen there, in the middle of the steering wheel, second gear, through the chicane up to third.
I mean, there's a lot of detail on it. I mean, from this picture you can't see what all the other stuff is lit up around it, but that's going to be toggles and switches for different maps and things like that.
There's various pieces of information, oil temperature, pressure, lap time will be in there. Just various numbers that many you don't really pay too much attention to. You look at your lap time obviously, and the next thing you see, if there is an issue, you see an alarm, and then you go and look at it, and there'll be the fuel consumption in there as well. The team will ask at some stage how your fuel consumption's going.
Now, I was just about to say, the 51 car, second in the Pro GT category, is in the pits. This is a driver change as well. They had just started to drop a bit of time. They dropped down to 18 seconds behind the Aston Martin, but he's... let's see what the Finn can do.
Yeah, Vilander into the car now.
It's interesting here, when we've been watching the P1s, they have a man helping them, or a girl helping them get into the car. The driver is actually helping the other driver here put the intercom in and radio and everything like that, so...
Every team has its own style, and it is allowed. They could also have a driver helper, but for whatever reason they say no, it's good enough that the other driver helps you, so we just get on with it that way. So Vilander now out of the pits. So Muka must be due for a stop pretty soon.
I was going to say, well, it's now that put the Chevy into second, with Miller in second place, just under 38 seconds away.
Lapping quickly as well. He's down doing 3:56s.
Yeah, that is good.
And Muka last time around 3:59. So the pace is still there with that Corvette.
Dude, I have to say, the GT cars, all the race cars look lovely, but the GT cars are really, really nice. I like the Chevy, I like the Porsche, I like the Aston Martin, the Ferrari. If I had the money to buy one, I'm not sure which one I'd buy. I always said I'd buy a Ferrari, but I don't know whether I would, having seen those Aston Martins today closer. They're very, very nice.
So we see Bruno getting ready to go back in again. So it kind of does look like, well, certainly Luca's going to stop soon. I'm not sure.
Car 46, a 35 stop-and-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So car 46 is on my spotter chart.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier on, didn't we?
That's it. Well, they've only just given it out. That was about 10 minutes ago, wasn't it?
It was, and remember we remarked on, I wonder how bad it'll be, so it's a 35-second rather than a 3-minute stop and go. That's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. So as we see Bruno just getting ready there, so Muka will be in within the next couple of laps, I would have thought. Change over to Bruno. Bruno will go out and do a double or a triple stint. I think, you know, considering Bruno, he's been out of the car, the regular drivers, Stefan Muka and Darren Turner, obviously do a lot of miles in the car. I think Bruno's shown himself to be very competent this weekend, getting back in the car. He's been setting some fantastic lap times, and he's got straight back on it. And it's impressive to see that, you know, quite a few months out of the car, and okay, it is the same car as last year, but he's suddenly straight back on it, doing the job. You know, it's what you would expect of him anyway, but it's always nice to see.
It's a two-race program, I think he has for this season with the team. This is one. I'm not sure what the other one is.
Well, he'd have done Spa, which was the last round of the WEC, just to get ready for this race. It's what we did last year. It was the third drivers program. Everyone did Spa, and then to get ready for Le Mans.
Okay, so let's just see what that gap is. We're waiting for the Milner just saying his quickest first sector time, 37.3. Bruno just some stretches and some bumping around and jumping around to get himself ready. Yeah. So you get 37.851, so nearly 38 seconds is the gap. Now, these guys, I believe, are going to be obviously on a slightly different strategy. Car 91, now that's had those problems earlier on. That's back in again.
So I think in GT Pro, you're going to see Milner
go back
retake the lead.
Yeah, but then we've got to work out.
But he's at least halfway through his stint by now, so therefore he'll pit and then lose the lead again. So yeah, it's ebb and flow, isn't it? You know, it depends where they are come the end of the race. And the 91 car going in.
Well, it dropped and dropped and dropped. I mean,
we know they've got problems already. So more problems for the 91 car. 92 car of Marco Holzer still running well up in 4th place in GT Pro.
Now we need to remember Pedro Lamy was sat in the pits. So Lamy, I haven't seen him back out, and we haven't actually had a shot of inside that garage, which is just next door to this. So Mr. Cameraman, can you just go across to look at the Lamy garage? That would be great. Yeah, he's dropping and dropping and dropping. He's
still sitting in the box, I think.
Yeah, he's in the pits. P next to his name, so that's a lot worse than what we were all thinking immediately when it pulled up. So we wait. Alex Brundle is, remember, leading the P2 category. Wirtz leading P1 and the race outright.
So interestingly, with the Porsche, they're not at the back of the car where the engine is, they're at the front, so it doesn't look like it's an engine problem as such. It's something else, possibly electrical.
You say that? That looked like a glue gun or something going.
Is that the fuel tank there?
Not really sure what is going on there.
What we need is a pit lane reporter to go down there and check it for us.
Can someone go down there, please? Okay, number 46 just coming past us into the pits.
That's second place in P2. It's just dropping down.
Say, not anymore. They were obviously very close, weren't they? 36 and 46.
They're going to drop right down now because they got a 35-second stop-and-go penalty. So, yep, that speeding in the pits, the last pit stop, they've been caught for. Obviously, the officials have discussed it and said, right, I think they're due a 35-second stop-and-go.
And you don't gain 35 seconds, do you, by being 1 or 2 kilometers an hour over that speed limit? So it's
exactly.
It's quite a minor offence for a very hard. It's a harsh penalty for a minor offence, but that's the rules, isn't it? And you've got to kind of stick to it.
Same for everyone, yeah. And so it's important as a driver. You've seen how big that white line is on the way into the pits, that you hit that limit and you get it down to 60 kilometers an hour, and the same on the exit.
So the mechanic stood at the front of the car with a stopwatch counting him down. So, okay, here's the 74 car. Interesting. The 74 car is into the pits
already. So
yeah. So that lead for the Aston, because that Aston's going to come in soon, because we've seen Bruno Senna waiting. So very similar strategy then.
Yep. So Villander was in first, then Milner, and then Muka is due within the next lap, maybe this lap. So
yeah. Villander's he's probably done 2 laps since he came out, hasn't he? 2 or 3 laps since he came out.
So Muka, the Aston, it really is in the outright lead of the race, even on count back to different pit stops. So they're showing their hand to be quite good just now. The pace is very good in the car. Let's hope Bruno can keep it up and keep the car going for them. So just fuel for Milner in the 74 Corvette. Straight back out again. Certainly we'll be looking to triple stint these tyres in the night. I think that's the plan for everyone.
Okay, last time past the pits, the 97 Aston had a 1:35.5 second advantage over the Ferrari of Villander. He should get in and out in that time with the driver change and everything. He's not going to have a lot of gap. By the time he slows down and stops and does everything, speeds back up.
It's going to be tight.
It's going to be tight. Yeah. Team radio, Toyota 7. Okay, a bit of traffic. He rings, he lost 10 seconds.
But if he lost 10 seconds, then he would have done the fastest lap by a second.
Yeah.
Which is possible. It's very possible.
He's got 10 seconds to spare, though, hasn't he?
Have we actually got to the end of that conversation? I'm not sure Alex was wanted to do that extra stint or not. You could tell the engineer was quite keen for him to carry on.
Yeah.
So.
Is that him staying in the car or just changing the tyres? Because, I mean, this is only, I think, his second stint, so... Because we saw him when we came back in, he was sat ready to go in. So, is that because temperatures are dropping, they want to go onto the softer tyre?
I would have thought they're already on the soft tyre by now. I think the track temperature should be definitely within the range of the soft tyre. It's just, yeah, I would think he should be able to do triple stint on them.
There definitely wasn't any commitment from Alex, was there, about kind of, yeah, let's do that. He was, what is the wear rate? And engineer was telling him that Nakajima's tyres were fine, so...
So Muka in now, Senna into the car. So this is the test. These guys have got to work quickly and get him back out in front of Vilander. To be honest, I'm not sure how much time it takes to get in and out and do a full service. So
I said it was 1:35, didn't I? So I didn't even see them come past us because we were listening to and watching that screen with the Toyota there.
It should be possible because they were in front. Muka's been driving some fast lap times. Vilander has not, you know, he's not long out of the pits himself.
Okay, the left-hand side's finished with. Right-hand side tyres going on.
So no, I do think he's going to leave the pits in the lead.
Well, there's the 51 car.
Quick stall though. Oh, a little bit of a wheel spin. He should get away with that one. That's not too bad.
Okay, I'm looking out the window now because there's the. That's 61, not 51.
No, I think he's clear. I think it should be no problem.
It'll take a sector or two to sort it out. Sparks from the car potter.
I think what we were seeing was because Vilander was not long through the pits himself, it hadn't taken into account. So it's looking like he's Bruno is
1.7.
only 1.6 seconds ahead.
1.7.84 if we're going to be really accurate with the time.
That's exactly what I was going to say there. Yeah.
Okay, right. And look, the first three only 3.66 apart.
So we're on board now with Vilander,
and
those brake lights ahead are Bruno's.
And if we could spin that camera around, the headlights behind this car would be of the Chevy behind us, wouldn't it? Yeah, Milner. But if Vilander's going to do anything, he's got to be this lap because Bruno's got to get up to speed, hasn't he? And
yeah.
I'm waiting for the. We actually look at it. The first four are only 46.6 apart. 97, 51, 74, 92. Our top four in the Pro GT category. Some big revs coming down the gears.
Yeah, Vilander's got him in his sights. He's pushing hard, and as you said, it's you know, it takes time to get the temperature of the tires up for Bruno and to get him back in the rhythm again. You know, he's keeping the gap. Who's that coming by? That's is that a P2 car? Yeah, I guess it's a P2 car going at that speed.
He'll see this potentially as an opportunity as well, won't he? Because he'll try and... Bruno might lose a little bit of time or something being overtaken. He's going to...
Yeah, I think it's he won't lose any time there. He'll be flat on the power. The P2 car safely by.
Okay, the split sector times are up there. Sector 2, 91.4, 91.0, so Vilander
slightly quicker for Vilander.
0.4. Yeah. Okay, car 12, stop and go penalty for unsafe release. That's the rebellion, isn't it, of Heidfeld?
That wasn't caught on camera, was it? So we haven't seen that.
Yeah. I don't know who his unsafe release was in front of, but car 12 has a stop and go.
Yeah, it's looking, you know, Vilander's not really dragging him in at all. So Bruno is only going to get stronger. His tires are still coming up to temperature. He's finding the pace himself.
3 or 4 laps newer as well, aren't they? So I think Bruno, he's now into the groove, and he's...
Yeah, that slight left through there. Very fast corner. Coming around this next one, left-hander, karting it's called, and it's off camber, so you drift out wide over the exit rumbles.
And they're heading down towards us now.
So we get a look in firsthand how close they are.
There they are. There's not a lot of gap between. That's the three of them there.
Well, yeah, actually.
97, 51, 74. It looks a lot closer in
real life
than
it does from the camera.
yeah.
Objects may seem closer in the mirror.
Yeah. I mean, that, to be fair, I mean, what is the gap as they go across there? It's down to 0.758. And then Milner and 2.222.
So 10 hours into the race, and the top three cars are split by 2 seconds. That's crazy.
That's pretty good, isn't it? That is pretty good. We're concentrating on this battle, but just remember, at the very front of the field, it is Alexander Wirtz who is out front. He's leading by 2 minutes 11, nearer 2 minutes 12. But we concentrate back on this battle.
I would like to stay on this battle for a while. This is interesting to see how this is going to play out. As I say, it's always easier to be the chaser, and you know, wherever Bruno breaks, Wheelander just showing his lights, just saying, I'm here. Don't break too late now, eh? See, he's closed in on him on the brakes, trying to get into the toe. Aston's on the power slightly earlier. Just pulls out again, concertina effect.
What's amazing me is how hard and how aggressive the revving is on the downshift.
Yeah, of course, these cars are all running paddle shift now. Well, every car on the grid now is running a paddle shift system. So you can't over-rev the engine. It's impossible. It won't let it do it. So the old days of using engine braking and revving the engine real high, you know, you can't do it anymore.
Car 70, one of the Ferraris, has had a little trip through the gravel at Marshall point 76, which is at the end of the Mulsanne. He's been straight on there.
You're right, though. It does sound brutal going down on the brakes through the gears for the Ferrari.
Lost 0.2 in that sector. It's now a massive 0.791.
So, yeah, as you say, Milner pulled 0.2 on Wheelander that time, so he's actually closing up on him as well. It's a shame we've not got a Porsche up there to join the party.
It's not so far away. It's 49 seconds away, but it's now down to 1.4. Let's say it's 1.4 between the top three. Tell you what, we can stay with this for as long as they want while this is still going on for me. They're heading down towards us again.
Yeah, that corner that we just came through, that's the one that's bitten, what, 3 drivers this weekend?
Yeah. Ferrari does run wide across those rumble strips. Okay, here they come. Here they all are. The yellow headlights, all 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. As quick as that. As you say, after 10 hours.
Well, this is exactly how it was last year with us. You know, we just leader changes through the different pit stops. It's almost role reversal, but with the Porsche this time not in the shout for the victory. It doesn't look yet anyway.
No,
as we say, still a long way to go. It's still there sitting in 4th place, not so far behind, but at the moment, advantage to Aston. Ferrari certainly a lot stronger this year than last year, and the Corvette way stronger this year than last year as well. So it's nice that things have been balanced out, and we've got a good race with 4 different manufacturers up there.
That Chevy is right up behind that Ferrari. I mean, it's less than a second between these 3 going across the line. That quicker car is past and away. But I got a feeling in the braking zone somewhere we could have a Chevy coming down the inside.
You could see another set of lights coming up the side of it in a minute. He's blocking. Look, he's blocking. He's saying, "No, you're not passing down here." Was that a yellow flag?
Not sure, but they are catching somebody. What are they catching there? They're catching the other Chevy. This.
Is it? No, that could be a Ferrari.
No, I thought it was just maybe the yellow headlights. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go. Yep. This is Vilander saying, "I'm here, mate. I'm coming through." And Bruno's saying, "No, you're not. You just sit there." So late move. That would be brave.
Yeah, that is
be
brave.
Very brave if he pulls that off.
Get ready for a Chevy onslaught as we come out of here.
Exactly.
He's gonna be right up behind him.
Yeah, the Aston guys, they're loving the fight. Mission control, Aston mission control. So, yeah, now Vilander's blocking all the way down the inside. He's making, there he goes. Yeah. So because he attacked, and he attacked in a bit of a strange place, he's left himself wide open to the Corvette. So the Corvette's just slotted in. Thanks very much. And now the Corvette's going to have a go at the Aston.
Now, these 3 being at it, I can't remember 100% what the gap was, but I thought the first 4 cars were 46 seconds apart only about 2 or 3 laps ago. They've now eked out a huge gap by being on the ragged edge and just racing each other like mad.
Yeah, Milner has just put in a 3:56, so yeah, that last lap he was almost a second quicker than the other 2, which is why now he's up into 2nd place. It's very impressive from him. You know, he's I don't think he's been coming that many years to Le Mans, and he's got some really experienced teammates in the car with him, and at the moment he seems to be the one setting the pace. Of course, the track is getting quicker, so we will see the next couple of stints being
still
getting
got to
quicker
drive
and
it, haven't you?
and he's got the bit between his teeth. He's chasing down the Aston. He's really up for it. The Ferrari's fallen back a bit.
I'm gonna say,
Porsche going around the outside.
Maybe needs to kind of regroup, doesn't he? Really?
Maybe the Ferrari can gain something back now as they get as the GTs were possibly held up. See that Corvette might get slightly held up there, but then again there's another prototype coming by. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see them now. He has dropped back the 51 car, and yeah, the prototypes have kind of ruined the battle a little bit.
They might need a lap or so to get that. Let's kind of hope in the next lap or so they can start. The Ferrari does seem to be dropping off the back.
The big thing on Ferrari favour is that there's very, very kind on its tyres, and the other cars maybe not so kind. So there is a possibility of Ferrari doing an extra stint on the tyre compared to the other 2. If Michelin allow, that's the other thing. They're all Michelin runners, and Michelin call the shots on whether you can do how many stints you can do on a set of tyres.
the 20 car, Timo Bernhard car, just into the pits. But we're concentrating on this battle, which we're very happy with. 51 Ferrari needs to kind of regroup a little bit. He's just starting to drop away from the back. I'm sure he'll be able to sort himself out, though.
So we've still got Christian Poulsen, running in Pro-Am Aston, leading the pack. He's in the pits at the moment.
Okay, 4th overall car in, window clean, fuel in, and he's away already.
Timo just starting his 2nd stint now in that car.
While we've gone back to the P1 cars, just looking at the times there, and Christensen are really in the groove, a 3:27.645, and Wirtz, surprised we haven't heard him on the radio again, 3:30.99922. So Wirtz maybe just having a bit of traffic on the last lap, and it's Lotterer in 2nd as he gets himself back into gear. Right, I want to go back to that battle because it's a huge 2.797 between the three of them, and it's just over a second between Senna and Milner. So can we go back to that battle, please, hopefully? Let's just have a quick look. Brundle still does lead. He's on an outlap, is Brundle, in the P2s. Is 52.7 seconds, so that's, at the moment, pretty safe. Now, I got a feeling that Pedro Lami's still parked in the pits as well, which is disappointing. But it is an Aston still leading the AM category as well. Yeah, Lamy, oh my word, Lamy. Oh, he's on an outlap. Lamy is on an outlap. He's come out of the pits. So, need to kind of keep an eye on, make sure Lamy doesn't come back in, 98, and that's another one to look for. I think that's our lead battle just gone past us as well. And the Ferrari look right up again behind the Corvette. So I think that battle's just about to start and get fiery again. So it'd be nice to...
I just noticed that Pat Long's back in the 77 car, so he will be no doubt knocking in. He's just come out of the pits, I think, so he'll be knocking in some fast lap times, getting them back up the order. I think they're running in 6th place in the GT-AM class. Great stints earlier on from him, wasn't there? Yeah, he led. I think he led overall, all the GTs. Yeah. So a big achievement, but obviously you know, being in Pro-Am, you've got the pro driver and you've got two relatively amateur drivers anyway, with Patrick Dempsey and who's his other teammate? Just trying to find out if we've got any news. Yeah, Joe Foster is the other one in the Dempsey car. Okay, someone I know, Luis Perez Companc, is now into the Ferrari 61. And Lewis from other sports that we cover. I'm just trying to see if there's any news from Aston. Don't know whether you've had a text or anything about the Pedro Lamy car. I'm just whizzing through texts, tweets and everything, but can't see anything yet to tell us why he's back. He's back on the road, but I'm just trying to work out or find out why. Right, I'm going to go back to this battle. Right, this battle in the Pro GT category as car 52 comes into the pit. Senna still leads. It's Milner is second. It's 2.2 seconds now. And then in third, we're back. Oh, this is now with the 73 car. It's a 74 car we'd like to be on with. But Garcia is our 5th place car in the Pro category. I've got a feeling he's about to kind of keeping an eye on that battle. So as I said, Senna 1.7 now it is, nearly 1.8, and then Villander is 4.4, near enough behind
Brundle still leads his category, and Poulsen leads the AM GT category. Car 7 just going past us. One Porsche to deal with and get out of the way. Hardy, spectator, seems to be the only spectator in that grandstand. I think everyone else is walking around on the bottom. The 52 car now. That 52 car, I'm sure, is the one of the cars that's been having all sorts of problems. It was the one that was, we think,
the Ram,
had a fire. Had a slight fire earlier on.
So they obviously got back to the pits. I think they must be a fair way down.
Yeah.
But they're still running, so you know, that in itself is an achievement.
So, dear me, the 91 car still in the pits. 27 minutes, 28 minutes now in the pits for them. And as you interestingly pointed out, they're working in the front, so they're not working on the engine of that car. So, still no news at the moment. The number 1 car in, Tom Christensen in. That was a fuel stop. Tom setting some great sector times. 3:26 was Lotra. Now,
yeah, I think
the Audis they seem to be starting to come in. That's 2 or 3 laps in a row now where they've been 3 seconds up on the Toyota. Now, they've got plenty of space and time for the Toyota, but they've been quick all day.
Lotter is pumped. He's going for it, and we know he's got the pace in him. You know, he's certainly one of the fastest drivers out there, maybe the fastest.
What's that?
So yeah, Lotter circulating that last time anyway, 3 seconds faster than Wirtz. Be nice to see if he can close the gap a bit, and currently reading 1 lap down, but it is, yeah, is that a full lap? Probably not. No, it's like a 2-minute gap or something, isn't it?
I don't think it's a full lap yet, but 2 minutes. So. Okay, no, still no news on the Lamy car, but it is back on the road, which is the most important thing. Okay, that battle now, wow, Senna to Milner, 0.696.
Yeah, so they're just finished the first sector now.
Could just do with seeing that battle again. That was a fascinating 10 or so minutes we had with them before. It'd be nice just to go back, because the Ferrari isn't so far away. 4 seconds. It's coming down again, the gap. It's coming down again. 0.7 of a second now.
Ferrari mechanics there having a bit of a chat.
Car just going past. Potentially wasn't a 96 car, because I can't seem to find a 96 car on my sheet, but
they asked him if Poulsen just went by us.
Was I?
So he's just on a
95 car, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was the leader in Pro-Am, Christian Poulsen.
Toyota mechanics getting ready. Christensen's been in, and so this could be the Wirtz. Are we going to run a full stint on these tyres? Pit stop coming up.
It could well be, or it could be Lapierre.
Fans go, oh. They put a little tape around him where he was late. I think with the amount of cameras around, if I was to go to sleep, I think I would make sure that it wasn't in the pits so that people could film me.
They've got no option. They've got to stay in the pits. So the Chevy guys look pretty relaxed.
They do look quite relaxed. Well, they got a right to be relaxed. They're missing, but the problem is they're missing a great battle going on. Their man is less than a second behind Senna, who is in the lead. There's 97 and 74 car circulating as if they're joined front and rear. I got a feeling that's them there.
That is them, yeah.
Yeah, that's them there. So we found them again. That's great.
Yeah, Ferrari's dropped back a fair bit actually.
Yeah, he's actually gained a bit. He's at less than 4 seconds now. He was just over 4. You look at their sector times, it's incredible. So close.
So we're on board again with Wielander in the 51 Ferrari.
Yeah, you can only just see in the distance.
Exactly. They've maybe it was through traffic or whatever, but they have taken a bit of a gap from him.
Yeah, 0.788. 1:30 coming up to 1:30 in the morning, and that's all that splits them. There's actually probably less of a gap between them now, 10.5 hours after the start, than there was on the grid when they were parked up and coming through the final corner and heading off onto the start line when Fernando Alonso waved the flag. Sarthe sat waiting.
So yes, Wirtz is in. Full service, change of driver.
Yeah. So the engineers either decided that he didn't get the response he wanted off Alex, or Alex has since been back on the radio making his feelings known that he did not want to continue for another stint. He's got at least another lap to go here.
The problem is they're in a situation where they've only got it to lose now. They've got a little bit of a buffer. There's no point to take massive risks when, you know, you could change the tires and be safe. And bearing in mind, every team has got a tyre engineer working with them. So you discuss with the tyre engineer, you look at the tyres that have come off the car already, you have an informed decision, really, of what happens.
Yeah, it's not a stab in the dark, is it? There's huge technical analysis goes into this.
And bearing in mind, we have also seen already, we've got the Rebellion get pushed back into the pits. That's the 12 car of Heidfeld. But we've seen drivers getting ready. You know, I've done it myself. You get ready to go, and then last minute they decide, "Are you all right, Alex? Can you continue?" And they continue. So it could be happening again, or it could be that Sarrazin will get in this time, and that they're on schedule.
We're about to find out. Okay, he is boxing, which we knew that much. 2 minutes 17. They didn't commit, did they? Now remember when we heard Benoit on the radio earlier, he was told, we're going to check your tyres. If they're good, you're going back out again. No communication like that, so I suspect the decision has been made whether he's getting in or getting out.
I mean, it'll be a separate radio transmission that's that we haven't heard. I think that's told him whether he's getting out or not.
The number 2 car's in. Lotterer has just come through and into the pits. Wirtz's last lap, a quick lap of 3:28.445. Good first, no, not such a good first sector, but a good second sector on his in lap.
This is Andre Lotter.
They go through some drink bottles, don't they?
I think they just replace it regardless
Regardless of whether it's full or empty.